So I don't love looking at pictures of myself, so I'm just going to not look at that. But thank you, Cam, for the work you and the league staff accomplished on our behalves. I'm just going to share a few numbers before I turn the time over to Councilmember Bradshaw. Just so you know, there are 64 cities registered for today. There are 388 total votes. And in order to pass this new executive board and board for the ULCT, we will need 195 votes. So I'll turn the time at this point over to Second Vice President and Bountiful Council Member Kate Bradshaw to the stage to present the findings of our Board Nominations Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Usually I feel really tall.
No.
Except for serving the last year with Mayor Kaufusi, where I felt less tall. One of the things I love about coming to these conferences are the people I get to meet and interact with. And I didn't want to let this opportunity to have the microphone go without mentioning somebody that I met for the first time today, who is a brand new mayor, who's been mayor for a week. Tony Deaver, the mayor of Eureka. Had the opportunity to meet her today. And so I hope everyone gets the chance to meet her and welcome her to the league family so that she decides she wants to stay and continue to do this job that she's had for all of about 7 days. So with that, the role I have to play, maybe. Cameron, your little clicker's not working. The role I have today, maybe they'll advance it for me. Now it went too far. They're going to go back. The role I have today, finally, first of all, is to thank our departing board members whose terms have concluded, and they are now showing up here on the screen. So St. George Mayor Michelle Randall, Cedar City Council Member Scott Phillips, Blanding Mayor Logan Monson, who's leaving us but not going far, just to the legislature. He won't forget us. Lehigh Mayor Mark Johnson, Woodland Hills Councilmember Carrie Malkovich, Riverton Councilmember Tawny McKay, and Mill Creek Mayor Jeff Silvestrini. And if I could ask everyone to give them a round of applause for the extra service they have given. I'm not going to touch the clicker. I'll depend on the staff to advance our slides. The job of the second vice president is to chair the nominating committee. And this is a group we ask to come from our cities, from big and small, north and south, to help us go through those that have been nominated to serve on the board for the next year. And I would like to thank this group of people who put in a lot of extra time in the last few weeks, going through the applications, conducting interviews, taking time to conduct field research, seek feedback from many of you about the 28 candidates we had for 9 open spots. We had 3 times as many people apply for the spots we had open. It made this job hard. And so thank you to this committee of people who gave up extra time, missed part of the events yesterday so that we could conduct our work, to bring forward to you a panel of nominees to be next year's board members for your consideration. And so with that, I would like to recommend to you next year's officers. You'll see the full slate, including those that are midterm, here on the screen. But I'd like to tell you just a little bit about those that the committee is recommending for your approval. First, and if they would join me up here on the stage as their names are read, for the position of second vice president, I'm going to take over my role next year, Councilmember Krista Hinton from Santa Clara. For those of you that didn't get to serve on the nominating committee, I wanted to share just a little bit. Krista and I have had the opportunity to serve on the Utah Outdoor Adventure Commission together. I've represented cities up north, she's represented cities down south, and it has been an honor to get to know her. I appreciate that she takes good notes in meetings, and sometimes I don't. And I'm really excited to serve with her in this capacity on the executive committee. Next, returning to the board is Mayor Tammy Tran of Kaysville. If you don't know Tammy, then that's just because she hasn't hit you up yet to be on her podcast. Tammy is a great collaborator, and she likes to showcase what people are doing around the state, and so expect a podcast invite soon. She doesn't take no for an answer. I've had to do it. Next from our slate is Mayor Ben Nadolski from Ogden. If you haven't gotten to know Mayor Ben, we're excited to lean on his background as a former employee of the Department of Natural Resources, where he's a regional supervisor and a legislative liaison. And so he knows all those rural legislators, and we're going to be leaning on those relationships this year and excited to take advantage of them. Welcome. Next is Council Member Tana Tolley from Park City. I didn't know her very well before our interviews, but was blown away by her interview. I understand that she's already had to leave. We learned about her Yugoslavian mining pioneer roots and her work on the Wasatch Back and resort communities, and I think that she'll be an excellent addition to our board membership. Next is a returning board member that we're excited to have back, Mayor Dirk Burton from West Jordan. Everyone knows Dirk because he's our unofficial official greeter at every league event and the person most likely to get up and shake a tail feather if there's music playing. Welcome, Dirk. Next, also returning, currently serving on the board and we're recommending return, is Councilmember Mary Winch from Manti. One of the things I appreciate about Mary is that she attends meetings in person. She drives all the way from Manti. She's often there early. Mary shows up, and I really appreciate that about her. Next, we have Mayor Marcus Stevenson from Midvale. Marcus is a skateboarding mayor, in case you didn't know. He has skateboarded with his youth at his city skate park, and we've been very impressed with his work on the reorganization of the Unified Police Department. And that work has finally wrapped up, which leaves him time to spend here with the league board. We're excited to tap into his skill set. Next is Mayor Lauren Palmer of Harriman. If you don't know Mayor Palmer, he has been doing yeoman's work as one of our league designees to the Commission on Housing Affordability, deep into the discussions we have with the legislature on this important topic. He's known for his collaboration and bringing other cities together, and we are excited to have him come serve with us on the board. Next is Councilmember Clint Morris from Layton. Clint, I enjoy as a fellow Davis County resident for his detailed social media posts about his council happenings. I read them often so I can know what my neighbor to the north is doing, and that's how I've known that I can talk to Clint about the joy of running pools, garbage disposal, and all the fun that we are having in Davis County with some of our county commissioners on homelessness. So I'm excited to not just collaborate with Clint on our Davis County fun, but on broader league issues. And finally, Mayor Bailey Hedgeland of Monticello, who blew us away in her interview with talk of her innovative and complex water project for her community, moving water from one side of the mountain to the other side of the mountain to serve her community, and we are excited to have her join us, and I'd invite her and then our other league officers who are midterm to come join us on stage, and I will turn this podium back over to Mayor Kaufusi.
It's really exciting, and you're in for such an amazing experience. The networking and friendships you'll develop are just out of the world. It's the best part, actually, about being on this league board. Are we doing the photo now, I guess, Cam? We'll do it after. So we're just having the whole board come up, just so you can see who it is. Okay, welcome, welcome. It's a good bunch. Okay, so thank you, Councilmember Bradshaw. I'll have to turn the time to Cam now.
Well, it's a long-standing league tradition that as the president leaves, we give the president the largest gavel ever known. And every time they say, like, what am I supposed to do with it? And we say, well, it's not our problem anymore. But it's a symbol of appreciation for all of the great work that Mayor Kaufusi has put in on your behalf. So, Mayor, On behalf of Utah League of Cities and Towns, thank you for your
Thank
service.
you.
Yeah.
This is heavy. It's so ironic because I've had the opportunity to serve in a lot of different positions with a lot of gavels. I have never used it once. And so now I've got this huge thing. So I don't know. My boys will use it as like a weapon, I'm sure. I'll have to hide it. But thank you. That's so nice. All right. Okay. We are now going to, so thank you everybody for coming up. I think you can take your seats again, so because we're gonna do the, oh, you wanna stay up for the vote? Okay. I was just like, if it were me, I'd wanna go sit back down, but we'll leave you up here. So, we are now gonna go ahead and do our vote. So can I get a motion to ratify the 2024-2025 board member recommendation from the nominations committee? Okay, so I'm just, because he beat everyone, Jeff, Mayor Silverstreeny, and I need a second. Okay, I'm not going to call that one, Cam. You can call that one. Okay. Fantastic. All right, so we have a motion and a second. So with that, will you please raise your cards high so staff can count the results if you are in favor of this motion? Yeah, does it look like 193? Okay, let's drop those down, and what I'm going to do is ask, are there any opposed? Please indicate. Perfect. That's a smooth vote. I'm getting the thumbs up, so that means I can move on. So the body has voted in favor of the nominations board's finding. Congratulations to the 2024-2025 board. I'm pleased to hand the microphone now to your new league president, Draper Mayor Troy Walker.
I was going to let that play a while. That's, yeah. It's great to be with you. As I've been thinking all day about what I wanted to say, the first thing I want to tell you is I only get in a suit for 3 people. If you know me, I'm a shorts guy. I get in a suit for the judge. I get in a suit for the good Lord on occasion, and Cam Deal. And those are the 3. So I hope you note for the record that I am suited up today. I really do think it's an amazing group. Looking at our board behind us, all these accomplished folks, mayors that are, we got Jeff Silverstreeny, who was a brand new mayor in a new city, and took one off the ground. And he's been with us for a long time and has been amazing. He's rolling off, but he put a lot of good work and service. I look at this group. Dugan is a bomber pilot, folks. He flew the A6 Intruder, and if you don't know what that is, go watch the movie. And we got a power lifter over here. We have an amazing board. It's really quite tremendous, the folks have stepped up. You all know that serving in a public capacity is truly the person in the arena. You're the person who's gotten in and is not just a complainer, and not just someone who's got a better idea or someone who thinks they can do it better. You're the person who got in and then figured out not all the ideas are great. Some of them are dumb. But you also figured out how you could make a difference. And as we look to the future, you heard the governor talk. We are in one of the strangest environments politically and nationally I can think of in my 57 years. But I'll tell you what, the problems in this country, the stress, the fear, the anxiety that people feel, that doesn't get resolved in D.C. That gets resolved in Draper City, Sandy City, Layton City, South Jordan City. It gets resolved in your community by you. We are the ones that provide public safety. When someone has that heart attack because they had too many French fries, we're the ones that make sure a paramedic comes through that front door. We're the ones that have police officers that don't just respond in trauma and stress, but help our community and build our community. We're the ones that pick up the garbage. We're the ones that get the dirty water out and the clean water in. And we're where people live. and we're where people get to feel peace and comfort and happiness. And if we can bring that to our community, we're doing our jobs as elected officials. One of the things I think is most important about what we do in the league is our ability to connect. I think our connections as mayors, council members, citywide, across the state, the opportunity to build these relationships that we have is truly our strength. When Cam said League Army, it's real, but we're together stronger than we are alone. Our Excalibur, if you will, is our connections with each other. It's our relationships. There's so much we can learn from each other, so much we can help each other with, so many things we can do together that are going to make a difference for our communities. It's been one of the great honors of my life to serve as a public official. I have 4 things I love the most. My wife, Stephanie. Stephanie, will you stand up, please? I'm in trouble now. 35 years, by the way. I've been able to stay married. It's amazing. My city draper. I love airplanes and mountain bikes. And I think that as I think about the things that matter to me, it's all family, it's all community, and it's all quality of life. Those are the things that matter to me, and I know they're what matter to you. As we go into the next legislative session, you all know that we're always, always in the fight. And it's our goal, and it's my goal as the president this year, to stand up for ourselves at the legislature. We've done a lot as cities and communities. We've done a lot of work, 190,000 entitled units. We are going to have to also do more. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your mindset, we got more work to do. So we're going to stand up for ourselves at the Capitol, and we're going to do our jobs at City Hall. That includes me. We're going to make our service better. We're going to get our permits out quicker. We're going to do the things that make us a community that can bring forth the things we need. I got kids that need houses, and so do you. I am 100% on board with for sale, owner-occupied product. In fact, I agree 100%, and that's what we should work toward. And I think as we work together, as we make our connections, it's my goal to meet more of you, get to know more of you, be connected to you, carry your message, learn from you. And as we do that, we're going to go forward. We're going to have a great experience. We're going to have great success, and we're going to make Utah great again. Ooh, sorry.
Thank you, Mayor Walker. I think he's going to be a lot of fun this year. I'm looking forward to it, actually. And I'm so proud of him because he didn't swear. I told him, don't swear on your first time. You can swim maybe second time, but not today. And so he did it. All right. I would just like to say again, what a pleasure and honor it's been to serve as your president. I feel truly blessed and have felt the love and support from each of you. The best part is the relationships for me and helping each other, and it really has been a highlight of my life being the board president, and that's it, because then I get emotional. And my husband tells me, don't ever cry at work, save it for home. I'm like, okay. Anyways, thank you so much for trusting me and letting me have this amazing, I feel really humbled to have served you all. And I'm still here. That's the beauty of it, as I get to stay. So just a couple reminders. Please save the date for our 2025 Local Officials Day on the Hill. It's going to be January 22nd. If those of you that don't have it in your calendar, please put it in. And then our mid-year conference, which I can't believe we're talking about it again, but it feels like we just had it, April 16th through the 18th in St. George, Utah. And then watch for a conference follow-up survey and upcoming meetings like the Legislative Policy Committee. And with that, I'm just going to say please drive home safely, and thank you all for coming.